Back at Wildwood Park for game 2. Sheboygan A is hosting Kewaskum. Sheboygan won the first game by a score of 9-4. It was a good game. Sheboygan scoring 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to win it. In this ball game, starting pitcher is Brad Reinflesch, and catching is Cal Casper. Kewaskum is using the exact same lineup as the first game. The only thing that's changed are the positions. Brad Young, last game's shortstop, is pitching in the second game, and the first game pitcher, Nick Rosenthal, is at second base. Hopefully you won't have to make too many long, hard throws. We're at that time of day where the sun makes it difficult to read the scoreboard. Do the best we can with that. That pitch is outside the strike zone, makes it 3-2. Dietert was 1 for 3 with a home run in game 1. And he takes that pitch for a ball, and it's a walk.
Yeah, that's kind of what you see with Reinflesch. Throws a lot of pitches. Doesn't give up a whole lot of runs, but he'll give up people on base.
That's his modus operandi. Every year he, I brought that point up to him this morning when we were talking. And he said, yeah, but I still strike out more than twice as many as I walk. And as I look at last year's stats, he led the ball club with 93 strikeouts and 27 walks. So that's quite a ratio. And that was in 62 1/3 innings. And he's a gamer. I mean, wherever you need him, he'll play. He'll play catcher for you if you need him. There's a called strike 3, Young.
Not only is he a great pitcher, he's also an outstanding hitter for the A's.
Yeah, he, not that that's surprising because he's just a good baseball player, but here we got him. Had 42 at bats.
310.
Hit 310. TJ Roberts is next. TJ, a strong right-handed hitter. He's what you might call a bopper.
Got a lot of power. He had 2 home runs
86
last year.
at bats last year. He had 2 home runs and 4 doubles, so 6 extra base hits. I'll bet that was probably an off year for him. He had a good rip, but fouled it straight back. Sheboygan has Sims in left, Walker in center, and Hanselman in right. Looks like strike. Hudson Wagner is at third. Sawyer Kolakowski, we saw him pitch an inning in the last game, is at short. Ryan Lesnick is at second. And Jimmy Jurgensen is at first. Harry Stelt moving to the DH spot. That pitch is outside. Another walk.
Fun fact about Reinflesch, he's just 6 strikeouts away from his 600 career strikeout. It's part of the Sheboygan A's. Well, now 5 after his first strikeout.
Rosenthal is up. Rosenthal had a good game at bat with 2 singles. See if Brad can work out of this. Brad pitched a couple of games earlier this year with Kewaskum down in Florida in a tournament that they have played in the last couple of seasons. And he pitched a complete game on, I think it was a Friday. Said he threw about 150 pitches and didn't pitch on Sunday, but they needed a pitcher to get in there on, maybe it was Friday, Saturday, on Sunday, and he said, well, I can go. I'll be fine, and he wound up throwing another 60 pitches in that outing. But like he said, they got 2 months to, rest up for the A's season. So, like I said, he's a gamer.
Guy with unlimited stamina. If you need him to throw 200 pitches, he'll throw 200 pitches.
Falling asleep at second base was deterred, but was able to get back safely. Like I said, he was falling asleep. Yeah, we haven't heard any music recently. That's kind of nice. Comes a 3-2 pitch. Ball is outside for a ball. Brad walks the bases loaded. Did get Young on a strikeout. Now he's got to face Sean Gregorius. Sean had his issues last game behind home plate, trying to throw out base stealers. Sheboygan had a bunch of stolen bases in that first game. John Kohler is the home plate umpire this game, and Kellen Payton moves out to the bases. Need to widen that zone, John. Swinging a foul tick.
Has not been doing Rhineflesh any favors. A lot of times, like you said before, when you're missing, you're struggling with command, a lot of times umpires aren't going to give you those calls on the corners.
5 stolen bases for Sheboygan in game 1. And Ryan Lesnick led the base stealers with 3. Swing and a miss. Andy Nye waiting on deck. That ball hits the batter. Oh my. Forces in a run. And a run is in for Kewaskum, and they still only have 1 out and the bases loaded. In game 1 was 0 for 2 with a walk. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Good fastball right down the middle. Fouled off.
It's tough when you got 2 strikes and you just miss your location. You hit a guy, especially with the bases loaded, to bring the run in.
That's really tough. Last year, Kewaskum had 2 guys make all league, Nolan Vincent as a pitcher and Jared Chesick as a utility / DH. Sheboygan also had 2 all-conference players, Harry Stelt at third base and Gus Walker in the outfield. And Gus's voting, he was unanimous. Pitch is inside. Roberts is on third. Rosen. Oh, here we go. Big pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, strike three. Nick Rosenthal is on at second, and Gregorius is on first, being hit by a pitch. His being hit by a pitch forced in a run. Ethan Kruger. Isn't that interesting? Because I went to a high school with a kid, spells his name the same, and it's always Krieger.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And you got, you're the guy that plays basketball.
Yep.
You call him Kruger too?
Krieger. He's Krieger.
He's a Krieger?
Yep.
All right. Well, and then we've got the same situation with Sheboygan. Nazy at third, and Nice, his dad, coaching first.
I never understood that one.
You know exactly what that is.
Oh, I know.
Teenagers get to, you know, you get to be a teenager, you get an attitude. Pitch rides up high a little.
Ryan Flesh could get out of the stadium with only giving up one run with walking 4 batters with a hit by pitch.
Yeah, that'd
Really
be
impressive.
huge. Sun has burst out now. It's a wonderful day. It's not too late to get out here to the ballpark. Tell you, the double brat was great. We mentioned earlier the next game for Sheboygan is on Wednesday. They host Manitowoc, and then on Thursday they host Howard's Grove. So a couple more home games. Both of those will be exhibitions. Swing and a miss. And after walking 3 and hitting a batter, Brad able to strike out the side. Kewaskum only gets 1 run. That's kind of a win for Sheboygan. But when we come back, it'll be the Sheboygan's turn. Walker, Hanselman, and Stelt.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Leading off the bottom of the first for Sheboygan, like I mentioned earlier, just before we went out for a commercial break, Gus Walker, Chase Hanselman, and Harry Stelt. Pitching for Kewaskum is Brad Young, pardon me. Brad was the shortstop in game 1. And again, Sean Gregorius is catching. If the manager's mad at him or what?
Give him another shot.
I can remember umpiring high school games where the first game pitcher would be the second game catcher, and I thought that was really player abuse.
Yeah.
Holy crap. You're asking for trouble.
Leading off to the A's, center fielder, number 15, Gus Walker.
During During the break, Bill told me that Wednesday night is going to be $1 hot dog and $1 soda night. So be a great time to go to the ball game. Those hot dogs and sodas. Walker grounds out 6-3. For
Game one.
novice scores, that's shortstop to first base.
Yeah. 6-3.
6-3.
Now it's game one MVP, Chase Hanselman.
You ever seen those t-shirts, Lucas, where it's got like an addition problem where it's got 6, 4, 3 and then it adds up to 2? There's a hard hit ball right to the shortstop.
6-3.
Again, makes a fine play. Bill, how are we pronouncing the shortstop's name? Drod? Drew? What? Drod. Drake Drod over at short, making a couple of nice plays. 2 outs, nobody on. Harry's up. Harry was at first base in the first game. Jimmy was the DH. Jimmy moving to first and Harry over to the DH position or spot in the order.
Looks like Harry's got a new bat. I don't remember seeing him having that kind of colorful bat last year.
Yeah, good observation.
Worked for him in the first game. He had 2 hits.
1-1 pitches inside. Harry standing in there. There's a hard hit ball to a left center field. That's going to be caught.
Oh, wow.
On a diving catch by the center fielder, Dylan Dietert. And he had a couple of nice plays in the first game, but that one was the best of them right there. And that ends the first inning after one complete inning of play. Kewaskum on top, 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Eric Jordan is going to lead off the second inning for Kewaskum. Eric is playing first base today for the Kewaskum A's. That's where he was in the first game. Eric was 1 for 3 in game 1. And then got doubled off to end the game. He was on second base. Line drive hit to the second baseman Lesnick, who made the catch and flipped the shortstop and double play and game over.
Tough situation, you know. You want to get a run across, you know, run on contact, but
You know what I think? You're down 5 runs. Your run means very little. be safe.
But we'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Call, strike 3 right on the outside corner. Second call strike by Brad. It's got to be an interesting dynamic, Lucas. Like Harry and Brad both have played for Kewaskum over the. When we were looking at the stats, Harry's name is listed as part of their stats package. He's played enough with them.
Riflesh now just 2 strikeouts away from 600 career strikeouts after he's
Alrighty.
struck out the first 4.
Blake Twido is up. He takes a called strike 3. Breaking ball is working for Brad.
A little bit of a different vibe to start this inning than the first inning.
Oh boy. Drake Drod is up. Drake hits one over to second, high bounce. Nice play made by Lesnick. And that ends the Kewaskum second inning. After 1.5, still 1-0, Kewaskum.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
Jimmy Jurgensen is going to lead off the bottom of the second for Sheboygan. Jimmy had a long 3-run homer in that 6th-run inning for Sheboygan in Game 1. Sheboygan was up 6-4, and then that 3-run jack pretty much put the game away. Final, of course, 9-4. Crowd has thinned out a little bit, Game 2, but still enough in the stands for A1 to walk around and do his entertainment shtick. Slow roller just goes foul.
A lot nicer outside than when we first got here. A little sunnier and a little windy, but still.
You know, I didn't think it was that cold out that we needed to turn the heat on in here. CJ said he was hot, but I didn't think that's what he meant. That's me. I do it best that way. There's a base hit to center field. Jimmy's first single of the season. Go along with his home run.
Yeah, home run's the start of a really good season for Jimmy. Back-to-back hits now for him. Wagner's first at bat with the A's. He attends UW River Falls, and he's from Appleton.
We really got to be heads up this year, Lucas, with all these new players.
Gosh.
There's a liner out to right. Caught by Nye.
He's made a couple of nice plays out there in right. He had that diving catch on Neeson in game 1. Another nice little jumping catch there.
Almost overran it.
Yeah.
Cal Casper making his first Sheboygan A's appearance at the bat. He's catching game 2. Mom and dad and sister are out in the stands watching. We mentioned Dad Michael was an outstanding pitcher for Sheboygan for several years. He's in the Hall of Fame. Ground ball to third. Out at second. Relay to first is not in time. Gets by the first baseman, Jordan. And Casper will trot into second base, reaching on a fielder's choice and advancing on the throwing error by the second baseman. That brings up, with 2 outs, Sawyer Kolakowski. Most of Sawyer's action in his Sheboygan A's career has been as a pitcher. He's playing shortstop in this game.
He had a few at-bats last year for the A's. He had 313 and 16 at-bats, 5 hits.
Hopefully he can come up with a 2-out single. Casper looks to have good speed at second. A slow roller. 4-3 putout. Kolakowski's out, and so are the Sheboygan A's. After 2 complete, Kewaskum still on top, 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Reinflush finishing up his warm-up pitches as we're getting ready to start the 3rd inning. Batting for Kewaskum will be Brad Young, TJ Roberts, and Nick Rosenthal. Brad Young. Young was a strikeout victim his first time. Oh! Good point. They're batting 10-9. Dieter, leadoff hitter, is up. He walked and scored in the first. Drod finished the Kewaskum second inning, grounding out to the second baseman, Ryan Lesnick. Ball is fouled off of Casper.
Dietrich hit that big home run in game one that looked like it was going to be the nail in the coffin for the A's, but the 6-run, 6th inning really put them over the top.
The two big hits in that 6-run inning was the double by Hanselman to drive in 2, and then Jimmy's 3-run homer. Breaking pitch is in there for called strike 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. That last strikeout was the 600th of Brad Reinflesh's Sheboygan A's career.
Strikeout number 600 for Brad Reinflesh. And they're going to take that ball and throw it out. Don't forget to give it back to Brad after the game. But what an accomplishment.
Yeah, he did it by striking out 7 of the first 8.
What's interesting about the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts, or 6 strikeouts, is 4 of them are by called strike. Hefty swing by Young, but he comes up empty. Breaking pitch just off the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1.
Reinflesh really found the command after that first inning, early on in the second and the third. He wasn't missing by a whole lot either in that first inning. It was a couple of
Right,
bit of a
yeah,
tight
we even
zone.
commented too about gotta open it up back there, Mr. Umpire. We got things to do, people to see. We missed the flag out in center field, especially during the national anthem, but now too is the wind is blowing. You can see the tree is really rustling out in right center. Ball is popped up on the infield. Kulikowski makes the easy catch. And a rare occurrence for Kewaskum. They actually didn't strike out. TJ Roberts stepping in. You know, maybe that first inning got out of it with only 1 run scoring. Brad able to get into a groove now and coast along. Hopefully that'll be the case. He had a 1-2-3 second inning. He's got the first 2 hitters in the third.
Tired 7 in a row.
Liner past the third baseman. Wagner for a base hit. And there goes the no-no.
Announcer's curse.
We just can't find a third baseman, can we? Hudson Wagner over at third this game. Jacob Neese had to leave. There's a line drive base hit in the center field. Oh, 2-out rally for Kewaskum. Sean Gregorius is up. He drove in the only run the hard way, getting hit by a pitch.
I think Ryan Fletcher's going to come right at him this time, attack him. Didn't have a great game one. 2 strikes on him when he hit him, so. Or not.
Good job by Casper. The ball got away from him, but he was very quick getting to it and made a very nice throw to third to get Roberts trying to advance, and that ends the inning. Good.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart in a community where a handshake is a sure contract. Brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow. Raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
TJ Roberts now catching for Kewaskum. I'm not sure what happened to Gregorius. He may have moved to the extra hitter spot. He caught all of game one and the first couple innings of game two. So we're not sure why he's being lifted, but hopefully everything will be okay for him. Roberts has got a lot of experience at catcher. I think when he played with Sheboygan, he was mainly used as a catcher.
Sims back for another year with the A's, but his first game today.
Jason making his first at bat of the season. Well, we won't mention that then. We always try to be kind up here. Oh, one hopper right back to the mound. And Young throws out Sims. You know, we're pretty cordial up here for about the first 20, 25 games, and then it gets a little testy. Although I would say of the years that I've been here working like this has been the most testy in a first game of the season that we've had all year.
Wow.
Although, I mean, all my years playing. So hopefully things will pick up a little bit on Wednesday. I'm sure one of the things that'll help are a $1 hot dog and soda night. Bouncing ball up the middle. Lesnick, for the first time in his A's career, doesn't walk. And 2 quick outs for Sheboygan in the third. Back to the top of the order, Gus Walker. Walker was 0 for 2. He walked and scored and had a sacrifice fly. Had a busy game in the outfield also. Pops that one up. Shortstop makes a lunging catch. That was a tough play by Drode. And that ends the Sheboygan third.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Hey, we just got the story on Sean Gregorius. He injured his wrist and is not going to play anymore today. When his spot in the lineup comes up, he will just be skipped. And so we hope that injury isn't serious and Sean will be able to continue to play. But he's not going to play anymore today. Roberts gets to play catcher.
Kind of convenient that the catcher's the one that got hurt because Roberts is no one to play catcher.
Yeah, worked out fine. Andy Nye is the hitter. We skipped Gregorius' spot. Ball is poked foul over in the Sheboygan A's foul ball territory. We're in the second game. Sheboygan won the first game 9-4. Hoping to pull off a doubleheader sweep. Gonna have to come from behind in this game. They trail it 1-0. Slow roller. Rindfleisch over quickly makes the toss to first base for the out.
Rindfleisch, you know, not like him normally, but he's been very efficient. Since the first day, he's been very efficient.
Ethan Kruger, left fielder, is up. There's a ball hit hard to left field in the gap. It's going to make its way all the way to the wall. Kruger rounds first and coasts in the second with a stand-up double. Nice piece of hitting. We're not used to seeing those kind of hits off of Brad Rindfleisch.
Oh, yeah.
Eric Jordan is up. Eric was called out on strikes his first at bat. Pitch is called for a strike.
Jordan's had a lot of awkward check swings so far. It's at least the third one he's had between the 2 games.
Yeah, it was hard to tell if it was called a strike or if he swung at it. That time he did check his swing. 1-1 is the count. We don't know how many more pitchers Tim Moyer has available, and obviously that would have an impact on how far he lets Brad pitch. We'll have to see how that plays out. I would think Brad would want to go at least 4 or 5 to hopefully get credit for the win. We got to get the lead first. Swing and a miss. Not a good cut that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. We're in the top of the 4th. Kruger's on at second with that ringing double to left field. And a breaking pitch gets Jordan. I could say that I had trouble hitting a curveball, and that's what caused my career to go down. But it was really fastball, curveball, changeup, slider.
Fastball's the one that kills you. I'm in that same boat too, Marty.
Like Tweedo up. Blake played third base in the first game, and he's back there again this game. He's one of the lucky ones, hasn't had to change positions. Another pitch on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Do you waste one here, Lucas? Or
I think you go right at him. He hasn't looked comfortable in the box, and he struck out his last time out looking.
fastball, able to foul it off. It's actually good thinking because all the pitches he threw in the first inning, we got to try and catch up as we move along through the game. Pitch rides up high, evens the count at 2-2. Pardon me, 1-2. Breaking pitch is in there, swing and a miss, and that's 3 outs. Kewaskum does not score in the 4th. When we come back, it'll be Chase Hanselman leading it off for Sheboygan.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
We briefly talked during the first game about Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League. Sheboygan had a 12-8 record. They finished in 2nd place. Kewaskum finished in 3rd, 1 game back at 11-9. Green Bay won it with a 14-5 record. They really had a nice season in that regard. Chase Hanselman leading it off for Sheboygan.
Kind of a
trail it.
Weird game for Young on the mound. No strikeouts, but also only 1 hit.
There's a line drive. Fair ball right down the line. Rounding first and going into 2nd with a standing double is Chase Hanselman. He had that big double in the first game, Lucas. He's got 3 hits on the day.
In the middle of the A's order has been doing a lot of damage so far with Hanselman, Stout, and Jurgensen.
It's a big B double. Now, if you're in the park and you had the right number, you could win a prize, but you got to be here.
Gotta get the program, get in the ballpark.
Harry up, chance to tie the game or maybe hit a big fly for a home run. Shout out a thank you to TJ. We don't like doing it, but we will, for playing Na Na Hey Hey between innings. CJ. Whatever. Song made famous by which group? Na Na Hey Hey. Okay. Who? Oh, what? Stop looking. Well, I was asking Bill, kind of, and Lucas wouldn't know. I don't even know if Lucas was born then. Nice play by third Sacker. Gets Harry Bill, do you know? Steam.
Speaking of a big fly, yeah, Jimmy Jurgensen hit one last game.
Yeah, boy, he clobbered that one. Hopefully he can do that again. Jimmy singled his last time up. He's on a tear. Rips one, but right at the first baseman, Jordan, who takes it to the bag for the unassisted putout. Hanselman moves to third, but now there's 2 outs for Hudson Wagner.
Third baseman number 27, Hudson Wagner.
Hudson playing at third base this game. Flew out to right his first time up. He's at first pitch for a strike. Bouncing ball over to the second baseman. Makes a little bit of a high throw, and it's dropped, and a run scores. Oh my, Jordan couldn't handle the throw from Rosenthal, and that an E3. Sheboygan has tied up the game. We don't know much about Hudson Wagner, but be an excellent opportunity to maybe try and steal a base. Hudson is from Appleton. I think we might have mentioned that. And running on the first pitch, and it's fouled out of play by Cal Casper. Casper reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. There's a 1-hopper, 2-hopper over to the second baseman. Rosenthal makes a throw that Jordan can handle, and that's the end of the inning. After 4 complete, Kewaskum still leads it 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
Serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
As we enter the top of the 5th, the real score is 1-1. Thanks, Lucas.
Anytime.
Shortstop number 1,
Drake Drod playing shortstop this ball game. Going to lead it off. Sheboygan will be playing the Manitowoc Bandits on Wednesday night. That's a 7:30 game. It's $1 hot dog and soda night. And then Sheboygan is also at home on Thursday for a 7:30 game when they host the Howards Grove River Dogs. Before I ended my career, Lucas, I played for the predecessor of the River Dogs, the Howards Grove ACs. Played 5 seasons with them.
You had a pretty good time there, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Stats-wise?
I wasn't a real good player, so playing with the A's, I sat the bench a lot. I got more opportunity out at Howards. And we had a real nice manager, Hank Semp. Enjoyed playing for him. He's a good guy. Pop up to Kolakowski. He makes the play. Drode is out. Now Dietert is up. In my notes for the game, I got top batters, and Dietert's name is in there, and we saw some of that in the first game with that home run he hit. One hopper over to Lesnick. Digs it out of his glove and throws to first for the out.
Really nice pick there at second base. Hit it on a line, and great play there by Lesnick at second.
One of the traits of a good fielder, Lucas, is when they make the hard plays look easy.
Yeah.
Brad Young played short the first game, is pitching. Second game is up. Lucas mentioned he hasn't struck out any A's hitters, but he's done very good. He's been effective.
Should still be 1-0 if it weren't for the error at third by Jordan.
Yeah, right. Two balls and one strike. Two and two. And a swing and a miss. Strike three. Young goes down. Another strikeout for Brad. But no scoring by Kewaskum in the fifth.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Sawyer Kolakowski, the A's shortstop in Game 2, is going to lead off the 5th inning. Lucas, how many strikeouts does Reinfleisch have? He
9.
struck out that last guy? 9 now? Wow.
He needed 6 to get the 600, so he's at 603 in his A's career.
Quite an accomplishment. I talked to Tim. He's going to try to get me an updated booklet of the stats throughout the careers, and who has the different lists, like most strikeouts ever and all that kind of stuff by an A's player. Little looper out to right field, but that's going to get caught by Nye. That brings up Jason Sims. Kuma Matata. Swing and a miss. You know what that means?
No.
Anybody? Kuma Matata? Lion King? Ooh, line drive up the middle. Rosenthal makes the pick and throw. Nice play by Nick to get Sims.
I think it really is just a matter of who scores next. Both pitchers are very
Yeah.
efficient and not a lot of traffic on the bases.
You know, Young's kind of lights out in his own way.
Yeah.
You know, Brad, a little different, doing it with more strikeouts, but both pitchers very effective.
You know, once the A's get back to that middle of the order with Hanselman, Stell, and Jurgensen, I think maybe they could get some traffic on the bases. Not saying that Lesnick or Walker can't, but
First pitch to Lesnick is a strike. We're in the 5th inning, and Ryan only his second at bat. Bouncing ball to Rosenthal. Boy, he's not throwing very good, but he can get it over there. But 1, 2, 3, 5th inning. A's go down after 5 complete. Still 1-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
No worries, no trouble. That's what Hakuna Matata means from the movie The Lion King. And that's what Brad Young, Brad Reinflesh. This guy's been lights out pitching. 1-1 game. TJ Roberts is going to lead off the 6th. And then it'll be Rosenthal.
this part of the order has kind of had Brad's number. They both walked and they both singled, Rosenthal and Roberts.
Yeah, hopefully that continues. Big guy like that always worries me. Ball hit the short. Kolakowski with a great backhand stop and throw across in time for the out. What a play.
Yeah, that's what we see as a strong arm when he comes out and pitches and showing it off at short too.
That is a Peabody's Pizza delivery of the game right there. That fine play. That brings up Nick Rosenthal. Red Reinflesh breaking pitch is in there for a strike. And strike 2.
Really just too bad about that first inning, because if it weren't for that, this would be an absolutely dominant. It still is, but it'd be an absolute dominant performance from Rhineflesh.
He's found a groove, that's for sure. He had 3 walks in the first inning, and since that, he has not walked a batter. Oh, good breaking pitch. Rosenthal couldn't do anything with that.
Number 10.
2 outs. Yeah, number 10 on the strikeout chart. Andy Nye is up. A big hack. Couldn't catch up to that fastball. Nye is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Was 0 for 1 in game 1. Did walk twice. Going back to game 1, hour and 52 minutes for that game. That's not too bad, actually. And this game is moving right along even quicker.
Especially if the 8th could get one in the bottom of the 6th.
That would be nice. See if you got the magic. We'll invite you back for Wednesday. Lucas is really doing overtime here at the game. He's running the cameras, switching them back and forth, getting us to the commercial breaks, bringing us back in, being the color analyst. And Lucas, you're doing awesome.
Thanks, Marty. You too.
And I remember in the state tournament you made and missed a free throw, is that right?
Yeah.
You know what I said when you missed the second one? Come on, Lucas, make your free throws. Lucas scored a point in the state tournament. Not many basketball players can say that. Breaking ball just a little bit inside. Hope I didn't speak too soon about the walk business.
Yeah. He'll get him here.
That pitch is outside. Nye draws a walk. His 3rd walk of the day. 2 outs. Kruger up. He doubled to the wall in left field last time up. And Nye has good speed. If he'd have been on base for that double, I think he'd have scored. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Wondering if John Kohler was going to call that pitch a strike or a ball, because it was pretty close.
Sometimes hesitates a little bit.
Yes, it is. Fine 3 blind nice. Just need to change one word in the lyrics. Good hack, but fouled back and out of play. You know, I don't think Sean was here today, Lucas.
I saw him. I saw him twice.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's...
Bill knows.
Wow. He usually always hangs right down here.
Yeah, try to catch the foul balls.
Bouncing ball up the middle. Nice hop. Taking it over to second base for the force out is Lesnick, and that ends the 6th inning. Sheboygan, when they come up, they'll have the top of the order, Walker, Hanselman, and Stelt.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
Gus Walker is going to lead off for Sheboygan in the bottom of the 6th. Gus is overdue. 0 for 4 on the day. Get him a hit. A slow roller. This could be it. Takes a little bit of a bad hop, but Jordan able to get it over to Young, who covered the base nicely, and they get Walker on a 3-1 putout. Chase Hanselman is next.
Can he do it again? Bottom 6, close game.
Yeah.
He's got 3 hits you were saying earlier already on the year.
Yes. He doubled and scored in the 4th inning of this game. And in the first game, he also had a double and 3 RBIs. The double that he hit scored 2 runs, and that was in that pivotal 6th inning. You can see Young is pretty nimble out there. You know, I like the way he covered first base. He knew exactly where to go right when the ball was hit, and Eric Jordan, his first baseman, didn't give him a real easy ball. Hit deep to right center field, way back there, off the wall. Chasing around second and diving into third base with a triple is Chase Hanselman. Oh my. That ball was hit deep. It didn't sound like it was going to go that far.
Not at all.
But it carried and hit off the wall for a 1-out triple. And we got the lead run with Harry up.
Off the bat, I thought it would be a routine fly out to center.
I did too. I think the center fielder did. All of a sudden, he couldn't catch up to it.
Exactly the person you want up in this situation. Runner on third, less than 2 outs.
Harry hits one high and deep, way back there. Detert back, makes the catch. No chance to throw out Hanselman. He scores on the sacrifice fly, and Young throws his glove at Harry. They obviously know each other. Good fun out there. But Sheboygan takes the lead. You know, I think we got a little bit of a wind blowing out the center, Lucas.
Yeah, that's...
That brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Jimmy not happy with that easy fly out to center. We won't repeat what he said. But as we go to the top of the 7th, Sheboygan on top, 2-1.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Ryan Flush is still on the mound. Gonna ride the big guy all the way. And this is excellent. You know, I didn't mention this after it happened, but Harry rarely swings at a first pitch.
Yeah.
He likes to take a lot of pitches, and he jumped right over that, or right on that first pitch.
Did his job. Exactly what he needed to do. Just hit the ball in the air, in the outfield.
It's going to be the bottom part of the order for Kewaskum.
Very
Jordan,
Twitto,
and
Drod.
Drod.
Very similar situation to game 1, the 8, 9, 10 guys. I guess now there's 7, 8, 9 without Gregorius, but
Yeah, right. Fly ball to center, and Gus battling the sun, but was able to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good start. Twitto up. Breaking ball is called a strike. Late call, but I wouldn't have been surprised if that would have been called a ball, that first pitch, because it did look like it was borderline outside or over the plate. That second pitch was a strike also. It's 0-2. Roller over to Lesnick. Good throw over to first for the out. Quick 2 outs. 1 out away from a complete game win for Brad Reinflesch. And the Sheboygan A starting their season 2-0.
yeah. One more guy, the 10 hitter standing in their way.
That pitch is outside for ball 1. Not a lot of hitting. Each team with 3 hits. It's a line drive out to center field. Right at Gus. Doesn't have to move a step. He makes a catch. And that's the ball game. Sheboygan a winner by a score of 2-1. Brad Reinflesch goes the distance for the win. Going the distance for the loss was Brad Young. But quite a doubleheader, Lucas.
Yeah. Game 2, the A's really didn't have much of an offense, but they did just enough to get the win behind Brad Reinflesch. 7 innings. Other than the first inning, it was absolutely dominant. Really didn't give up much of anything on the bases and struck out 10.
We talk a lot about Harry and his impact on the ball club, and we saw it here, especially that last at-bat, driving in the winning run. Well, that's going to do it for us. We mentioned that the next game will be Wednesday night, a 7:30 contest against the Manitowoc Bandits. It's a $1 hot dog and soda night, so we hope to see you here at the ballpark. If not, watch us on live stream. For my partner, Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.